Chapter 42. Getting Out. Kang Chon transmitted his voice to the anxious Wang Tixiong, who was at the side. "Grandfather, you go first. My grandson has his own way to get out. We'll meet up at the waterfall at the back of the mountain." Wang Tixiong saw Kang Chon's calm face. His heart was relieved. Knowing that Kang Chon had his own plans, he also transmitted his voice. "Chona, you should be careful yourself. But since Lin Beishan and the others have been planning this for so long, aren't we just throwing ourselves into the net by going back to the royal mansion? That being said, but a Jidan stage powerhouse can fly with a sword. Our speed is simply no match for his, so we can only choose a place to hide our form. As for the back of the royal mansion, Suna is most familiar with it. We can definitely avoid Lin Beishan's pursuit by hiding in it." Kang Chon calmly transmitted his voice. Wang Tixiong thought carefully and felt that what Kang Chon said made sense. Besides, the mountain behind the Wang Fu was very large and densely wooded. Even a Jidan stage powerhouse would not be able to casually locate a person in it. "Have you negotiated yet? Old me doesn't have time to accompany your nonsense. If you want to go, hurry up, or else a piece don't go." Lin Beishan grunted impatiently, his two eyes staring tightly at Kang Chon. As long as Kang Chon was slack, he would subdue Kang Chon with the might of thunder. Unfortunately, Kang Chon didn't give him this opportunity, although he was secretly transmitting with Grandpa. His complexion was always tightly locked onto Lin Beishan, so that Lin Beishan didn't dare to make the slightest movement. Wang Tixiong carefully exhorted for a while, and then transmitted a few voices with those Wang family elders, before he leaped up his body and headed in the direction ****** of Heavy Iron City. The third elder and Wang Chon, Wang Tixiong's back, their faces full of unwillingness. Lin Beishan narrowed his eyes as he watched Wang Tixiong leave. His crimson palm lifted up, and a terrifying power fluctuation immediately came out. Kang Chon's eyes narrowed as he stared tightly at Lin Beishan, and the hand pinching Lin Wei's throat mumble tightened. In the end, Lin Beishan still lowered his palm. His icy cold eyes shot towards Kang Chon, and he said morosely, "Kid, it's been a long time since anyone dared to threaten me, Lin Beishan, and you're still the first. Is that so? Then wouldn't I be honored?" The corner of Kang Chon's mouth curled up slightly, revealing a sneer. Lin Beishan's eyes condensed. A flash of cold killing intent ***** came out, and his two fists clenched together fiercely. "Wait and see if you can still laugh." Time slowly passed. Kang Chon secretly transmitted his voice with the Grand Elder. "Grand Elder, later on, you and I will escape in the opposite direction. We'll meet at the waterfall at the back of the royal mansion. As for Lin Beishan, you don't need to care. He doesn't have time to come after us." "Good." The Grand Elder nodded, although he didn't know why Lin Beishan didn't have the time to chase them. At this time, he chose to believe in the heavens, because this youth had brought him to many surprises today. What's more, whether he could escape or not, he didn't have the slightest care in his heart, as long as Kang Chon was fine. In the jungle, as time passed, the atmosphere became more and more tense. Lin Beishan had his hands behind his back. His eyes kept locking onto Kang Chon, and the killing intent in his eyes was undeniable. Kang Chon pinched Lin Wei's throat, secretly pondering over countermeasures, while transmitting with the Grand Elder, explaining some important things. The surrounding crowd watched intently. The third elder, Wang Chon, and the others secretly surrounded Kang Chon and the Grand Elder. Their eyes flickered with icy killing intent as they looked towards Kang Chon. At this point in time, they would not let Kang Chon go no matter what. Kang Chon glanced at the 15 Wang clan elders who were subdued by the third elder and the others, and secretly sighed in his heart. These people had already lost their fighting power. They didn't even have the strength to stand up, so they couldn't be rescued at all. "Kid, time is up. Hurry up and release them. Don't test Olm's patience, or you will regret it." Lin Beishan's ice-cold voice came out. His eyes were pulsating with hot flames. Clearly anger had brewed to the extreme. An hour had arrived, and the third elder brought his men around with a fierce smile. On the other side, Wuxia blocked the back way and looked at Kangqian indifferently. Kangqian calmly watched all of this as he secretly transmitted his voice towards the Grand Elder. "Do it." Almost as soon as he transmitted his voice, he turned his left hand into a finger and clicked a mark on Lin Wei's body. An action that was immediately seen by Lin Beishan, who had been paying attention to him. "Little brute, what are you doing?" Lin Beishan roared in shock and anger as he blasted his palm towards Kangqian, the scorching aura causing Kangqian to almost suffocate. At the critical moment, Kangqian utilized his entire body's strength and threw Lin Wei out. Lin Beishan was shocked and furious, but he had to withdraw his power. Otherwise his son would have been killed by himself. "Old piker, your son isn't dead. See for yourself." Lin Wei's body helped Kangqian withstand Lin Beishan's pressure. He took the opportunity to break out in Wuxia's direction. The Grand Elder also joined him. The two of them teamed up and struck an all-out blow at Wuxia, who was blocking their back path. "Want to leave? Do you really think that old husband is a pursuer? Today, I'll make you beg for your life and die." When Lin Beishan saw Kangqian escaping, boundless killing intent shot out from his eyes. At this moment, he had already caught Lin Wei, who had been thrown over by Kangqian, and used his energy to probe away. Not good. Lin Beishan's face changed. He found that a powerful force was impacting towards Lin Wei's heart. If this wasn't stopped in time, Lin Wei would definitely die. Moreover, this force was tricky and poisonous. Only the true essence possessed by a Jiden stage powerhouse could break it. No one else could. "Damnable brat. I'm not finished with you." Lin Beishan was furious. He finally knew why Kangqian was so calm. He dared to leave this hand. For the sake of his son's life, he had to stop intercepting Kangqian and meditate on the spot to crack the strand of power that Kangqian had left in Lin Wei's body. On the other side, Kangqian and the Grand Elder had already broken through the blockade of the Third Elder and the others, charging at breakneck speed towards their last obstacle, Wuxia. "Kangqian, I'll pester him. You go and meet up with the clan chief." A brilliant light flashed in the eyes of the Grand Elder as he shouted at Kangqian. Wuxia was a 9th level Foundation Establishment powerhouse. His strength was originally not below him, but he was now heavily injured and was no longer Wuxia's opponent. Kangqian did not reply, however. He told the Grand Elder with his actions. "Heaven escaping hand." With Kangqian's cold shout, a huge palm of true qi abruptly appeared in the sky and slammed towards Wuxia. Seeing this, the Grand Elder had no choice but to lock up what was left of his entire body's true qi and strike the strongest blow to match the attack towards Wuxia. Flamboyant, but not real, just a vain appearance. Looking at Kangqian, who was attacking towards him, Wuxia said with a cold smile on his face, full of disdain. He raised his fist and fiercely punched out, hard enough to destroy Kangqian's heaven-tackling hand. At this time, the Grand Elder's attack descended, facing the 9th level Foundation Establishment Grand Elder. Even if the other party was injured, Wuxia did not dare to be careless. He summoned up his entire body's true qi and blasted out with a fist. The terrifying power was vast and volatile. It stirred out like a mountain and a sea. "Quickly go," the Grand Elder shouted towards Kangqian, and then he tangled with Wuxia, dragging the other party to death. "Grand Elder." Kangqian glanced at Wuxia with hatred and roared, "Wuxia, I swear not to be human until I kill you." After saying that, he ran in the direction of Heavy Iron City at breakneck speed. Hearing Kangqian's roar, Wuxia's heart tightened for no reason. His intuition told him that he absolutely could not let Kangqian go. However, the Grand Elder was pestering him to death, making it impossible for him to go after him. So he could only secretly send a voice message to the Third Elder and the others, asking them to go after Kangqian. "Little brute, you won't be able to escape." The third elder's face was hideous, grinning morosely as he chased after Kangchon. Heaven escaping hand. Without thinking, Kangchon blasted out a heaven escaping hand towards his back. This kind of long-range attack was his strong point. Unless it was a Jiden stage powerhouse, everyone else would have to have a headache when they encountered it. The third elder had to stop to block the heaven escaping hand, and when he pursued again, Kangchon's figure had already disappeared from his line of sight. Damn it! The third elder glanced hatefully at the direction Kangchon had disappeared in and turned his head back. After getting rid of the third elder, Kangchon ran all the way to Heavy Iron City, and when he returned to Heavy Iron City, he directly headed to the back mountain of the Wong Mansion without even returning to the Wong Mansion again. At the waterfall in the back mountain, Wong Tixiong was already waiting anxiously. Why hasn't Chola come back yet? Wong Tixiong anxiously circled back and forth, his heart filled with worry. He didn't realize that on a tree not far away, there was a golden furred monkey secretly sizing him up. This golden furred monkey is exactly the little gold he usually plays here in the waterfall. While waiting for the sky, just did not expect that today did not wait for the sky, but instead came an uninvited guest. The psychic little gold didn't reveal its figure. It secretly observed Wong Tixiong while waiting for Kangchon. Swish, a gust of wind came. Wong Tixiong heard a sound of running footsteps. His heart was startled. He hurriedly turned his head and looked out. In the distance, a youth came running. It was none other than Kangchon. Chola. Wong Tixiong was overjoyed. Grandpa. Kangchon shouted. He nodded his foot on the top of a tree, and with a turn of his body, he landed lightly in front of Wong Tixiong. Z. Without waiting for Kangchon to stand still, Little Gold jumped out from a tree and pounced towards Kangchon. Wong Tixiong didn't see Little Gold clearly, and was so frightened that he couldn't help but blast a palm at Little Gold. Little Gold sensed the danger and also met it with one paw. Boom! With a roar, Wong Tixiong and Little Gold each flew backwards. Grandpa, stop! It's my friend. They exchanged blows too quickly for Kangchon to be able to stop them. And at this moment, when he saw each of them retreating, he hurriedly shouted. Wong Tixiong froze at his words and looked at Little Gold in the distance. Marveling, this little monkey is so powerful. I'm afraid it's not much worse than the 9th level of Foundation establishment. He was telling the truth, although he was seriously injured. His strength was still at the 9th level of Foundation establishment, yet he and Little Gold were indistinguishable just now. Z. Little Gold jumped over and showed his teeth at Wong Tixiong, furious. All right, it's all a misunderstanding. Kangchon pacified Little Gold before he said to Wong Tixiong, Grandpa, Little Gold is a spirit monkey. We've known each other for a long time. Surprisingly, it's a legendary spirit beast. Wong Tixiong was shocked at what he heard. He should know that these spirit beasts are very powerful when they grow up to the end. In the cultivation world, only some super cultivation families have spirit beasts. Some big sects also have mountain protection spirit beasts. And the legend says that the Chundao sect's mountain protection spirit beast is a black dragon. Grandpa, now that Lin Beishan has been promoted to the Jiden stage, and the City Lord is not in Heavy Iron City, the entire Heavy Iron City is under the sole domination of his Lin family, so I'm afraid we can't go back. Kangchon put down Xiao Jin and said with a heavy face. Wong Tixiong sighed darkly at his words and said indignantly, They have been preparing for a long time, taking advantage of the City Lord's absence from Heavy Iron City to strike at my Wong family. But it doesn't matter. Our Wong family still has you, as long as we wait for you to break through the Jiden stage. It will be that Lin Beishan's time to die. Wong Tixiong looked at the sky with a face full of relief. Grandpa, I'm afraid that the outside has been blocked by Lin Beishan long ago. Let's stay in the back of the mountain and cultivate during this period of time, and wait until the City Lord comes back. Then we'll go out again, Kangchon said, As long as the City Lord was there, Lin Beishan still didn't dare to go too far. Good. Grandpa will stay here in seclusion for a while. It might be possible to impact the Jiden stage. Wang Tixiong nodded. This time the battle with the Jiden stage Lin Beishan made him walk through the ghost gate. At the same time, that Jiden stage bottle tightness that was troubling him also loosened up a lot, giving him the hope of impacting the Jiden stage.